Hey guys, welcome back. Just doing a little G.I. Joe project here, putting together a vintage G.I. Joe out of some parts. So I had some parts left at my mom's house in the parts bin from G.I. Joe. So it's essentially most of a figure, and the string is still intact. They're a little, I'm not sure if they're floppy or not. I got to put it together to find out. He's got everything except for the head, and the elbow is missing the rest of it. So I did pick up, if you watched my last video, an actual vintage head. Since then, I've actually been in the process of cleaning it up, so looks a lot cleaner than when you seen it in the last video. It's in pretty good shape, so I'm going to be using this to put on that figure. I did pick up a replacement arm from Cotswold, and I got some restring kit. Not sure if I'm going to need the whole kit or not, or if I'll just end up using the hook for the head, because that is missing. And I'll just put this together. So I've already started cleaning this. Pretty much just use some Q-tips. You can see they're already a little funky from just cleaning off the head, and alcohol. And so I'm just working on getting the figure cleaned up before I put it back together. So it's got some grime on it. I figured just get it all nice and cleaned up before I put them together, because these parts are going to be kind of hidden and won't be as easy to get to. Now this grime seems to be coming from the actual string, or maybe it came from the original uniform. Not 100% sure, but you see it's coming off pretty easily with the alcohol. It cuts right through that. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue cleaning up the figure, and then when we get to the next part, I'll show you that. Alright, so I've done a pretty basic cleaning. Figure's relatively clean. So I'm going to move on to the next part of the process. So basically what we got here is I got two restring kits. This one is from Cotswold, and this is the arm section. So these two hooks go into the arms, so that goes in between there and connects to the arms. This piece here goes through the legs and connects in. So you'll notice the way the figure is constructed, there's a metal loop on a post, and it connects to both legs. And then when you pull that together, this piece goes through the torso and connects the head to the figure. So that's the way that will work. The string on this seems pretty good, so I'm gonna actually keep it. There's no need to cut it loose. Plus, these rivets, the only way to remove them is either to cut this metal eyelet piece or pop out the post that goes through the leg, which can be a bit of a project, and that's the way you have to do it in order to attach it with the Cotswold replacement restring kit. However, there's another one on the market. It's the Oh No Floppy Joe restring kit. This one's a little more expensive, about double the price. But the big benefit with this particular one is you'll notice the leg string has a hook, so it would just hook into the leg instead of having to pop out the metal ring or the metal post in order to restring it, or to pry open the original and then reattach. So This is a lot easier way to go about it, but in this case, the only thing I'm really going to need to get this figure back together is the actual neck hook. So I'm going to use that from this kit, and I'll save this one for later. Also, because this figure has a busted arm here, here is the replacement. Skin tone's a nice match, so that's great. This again from Cotswold. They make it with Kung Fu grip, or this is a look-alike hard hand. So being that this figure has that, it's going to go ahead and use that for the replacement. So in order to change it, basically you have the string that goes between the two. You see that just pulls out. You want to put something in place to hold it there while you change it. So you use a metal hook. I'm just going to use the Q-tip for the moment because that's right what's at hand. And I should be able to unlatch it. Yep, let me rethink that. Alright, so I took that out. I'm actually just using my thumb to hold it open, to pull it off, and then see if I can't get this hooked in place. Yep, there we go. So that solves that problem. So now he's got the new arm. And then I'm gonna need a hook in order to pull this string through the body. So let me get that, and then we'll finish connecting this figure. Alright, so there's a lot of ways you could fish the hook through the body in order to attach the head. I'm just gonna use a wire. You could use a crochet hook. Toy Polloi does that. It's a really good idea. I just don't have one, so just gonna attach the wire onto the hook and then fish it through the figure. So you just want to get it through. It should be pretty simple. Let's see here. So there's the hook, and what you want to do is pull that through, remove the wire, and attach the head. So the head just hooks around the metal post there. If I could just get it. Yep. There we go. And that's it. So the figure is attached. And ready to go. So really amateur way to do it, just kind of going by ear, you know, playing it by hand, just but it works. The figure is now back together, basically cleaned up and ready for a uniform. So that's it. That's a really amateur way to restring an 1860s or 70s G.I. Joe. Again, take a look at Oh No Floppy Joe. They do a really good tutorial on how to do it. But that's it, guys. That's a look at restringing a G.I. Joe. Thanks again for watching.